Every gardener talks about compost, but, few really understand the quiet power of microbes, the invisible workers that make or break soil health. Among the most effective and time-honored microbial brews is something so simple it's almost unbelievable: lactic acid bacteria, or LAB, made from rice wash water. This natural probiotic has actually been used by traditional farmers, including Amish growers who've long relied on self-sustaining soil systems, to supercharge plant growth, improve soil structure, and protect crops without synthetic chemicals. So, let's break down exactly how the Amish prepare and use this age-old microbial ferment, and why it remains one of the most powerful tools for living soil. The Amish have always favored natural cyclical systems over synthetic inputs. They understand that healthy plants start with living soil, and living soil starts with microorganisms. Lactic acid bacteria, those same beneficial microbes used to ferment yogurt, sauerkraut, and kefir, play a central role in decomposing organic matter, suppressing pathogens, and unlocking nutrients for roots. By fermenting rice wash water, the Amish harnessed a native, balanced culture of these bacteria. The process requires no commercial starter, no electricity, and no additives, just rice, water, and patience. The result is a stable, powerful liquid that can transform the biology of your soil in a matter of days. So it all starts with plain, uncooked white rice. The Amish rinse the rice gently in clean water, just enough to cloud it. That cloudy liquid is rich in starch, which provides the perfect carbohydrate source for naturally occurring lactic acid bacteria floating in the air and clinging to the rice itself. They strain off this milky water into a clean, loosely covered jar or crock. The container is then placed in a warm, shaded spot, not in direct sun, for 2 to 3 days. During this time, the microbes in the environment and in the rice water begin to multiply. You'll know it's ready when the mixture smells slightly sour but not rotten, and a thin film appears on top. This is your wild microbial starter, the foundation of the LAB culture. The next step is what makes this culture truly potent. The Amish strain the fermented rice water to remove any solids, then mix it with fresh milk in roughly a 1:10 ratio, 1 part rice wash ferment to 10 parts milk. So, the milk acts as a nutrient-rich growth medium for lactic acid bacteria, especially those lactobacillus species, which really thrive on the milk sugars. The mixture sits loosely covered again for about 5 to 7 days. Over time, the milk separates into curds and a yellowish, slightly cloudy liquid. The curds, which contain fats and proteins, rise to the top, while the liquid below, called whey, is loaded with concentrated lactic acid bacteria. The Amish carefully scoop off the curds and keep the liquid. This whey is the finished LAB serum, alive with billions of beneficial microbes. Because it's so strong, LAB serum is never used undiluted. The Amish typically mix 1 part LAB to 1,000 parts water. A small spoonful in a watering can is enough. They apply it as a soil drench or foliar spray. In soil, lactic acid bacteria helps break down organic matter faster, releasing nutrients that plants can absorb immediately. It also improves soil aeration and structure by promoting beneficial microbial colonies that balance pH and outcompete harmful fungi and bacteria. When sprayed on leaves, lactic acid bacteria acts like a probiotic shield, suppressing diseases and improving the plant's immune response. Farmers have noticed stronger roots, greener foliage, and improved resistance to drought and pests. The Amish method of fermenting lactic acid bacteria reflects a deeper principle, working with nature's biology instead of against it. In an era of chemical dependency, this practice reminds us that soil health is built by relationships between roots, microbes, and organic matter. LAB doesn't just feed plants, it restores the living balance that makes soil self-sustaining. It enhances composting, deodorizes animal bedding, and even boosts seed germination. And all it takes is rice, milk, and a few days of natural fermentation. The beauty of this method lies in its simplicity. You don't need fancy inputs or lab equipment, just time and respect for the process. The Amish understood that the smallest organisms often make the biggest difference. By bringing lactic acid bacteria back into your gardening practice, you're reviving an ancient microbial partnership that will keep your soil fertile, balanced, and truly alive. If you found this guide useful, subscribe to Gentle Herb Living for more regenerative gardening wisdom, and share this with a gardener who still thinks soil health starts with fertilizer.